Remember when apps were actually free? Not free with an asterisk, not free for the first 3 months, just free. Back in the early 2010s, you could learn a language without watching commercials. You could listen to music without ads every 2 songs. You could play games without being interrupted constantly. It felt like the golden age of technology. Apps were tools that worked for you. And then something shifted. Slowly at first, then all at once. The apps you loved started showing you ads, then more ads, then so many ads that using the app became miserable. Today, over 900 million people worldwide use ad blockers, not because they hate advertising, no, because apps deliberately made the experience so unbearable that paying money to escape became the only option. This is a story of how America's most popular apps went from beloved tools to advertising weapons. Let's start with Duolingo, the app that promised free education for everyone. When Duolingo launched, it had a mission statement: free language education for the world. And for a while, it actually delivered. You could learn Spanish, French, German, whatever you wanted, completely free. There were ads, sure, but they were occasional, manageable. The app exploded in popularity. Millions of people used it daily. Students, professionals, retirees learning languages for travel, Duolingo became synonymous with accessible education. And then the ads started multiplying. By 2022, Duolingo introduced something brutal: an ad after every single lesson. Not every few lessons, every single lesson. A-Class Central Investigation did the math. The complete French course has 1,206 lessons. That means 1,206 ads, each lasting 5 to 30 seconds. The total? Up to 10 hours of watching advertisements to complete a 46-hour course. Yikes. Think about that. You're trying to learn a language and they're forcing you to watch 10 hours of ads. That's increasing the course length by 22% purely for monetization. Reddit threads exploded with users asking, "Am I the only one getting a super Duolingo ad after each lesson?" Hundreds responded that they'd memorized the ad copy word for word from seeing it so many times. Many admitted they finally caved and subscribed just to make the interruptions stop, which was exactly Duolingo's strategy. But it gets worse. Duolingo started paywalling educational features that had been free. The Explain My Answer feature, which showed grammar rules and explained your mistakes, became premium only. One user protested, "Explaining why you are wrong and being able to look at grammar rules seems like a fundamental thing to learning a new language." But Duolingo didn't care. If you wanted to actually understand your mistakes, you had to pay. At almost $13 a month, or $84 a year, Super Duolingo positioned itself as educational ransom. Pay to actually learn, or suffer through enough advertising to negate any educational benefit. The gamification that once made Duolingo engaging, streak counters, leaderboards, achievement systems, became psychological leverage for monetization. Users reported deleting the app mid-streak despite significant time investment, unable to tolerate the advertising assault any longer. Duolingo's mission statement promised free and fun education. Users suggested changing it to pay or ads. The app that was supposed to democratize education became just another subscription service holding your learning hostage. Next up, Spotify. The app that promised to give you all the music you wanted. Spotify launched in the United States in July 2011 with a simple deal: 6 months free with ads, then ads every 4 to 7 songs after your trial expired. For most people, that felt reasonable. You could listen to music with occasional interruptions. But by the 2020s, something changed. Users now report ads every 2 songs, and not just one ad, 3 to 6 consecutive 30-second ads playing back to back. You finish a song, and suddenly you're listening to 90 seconds of commercials before the next track starts. One user posted, "Within the last few months, I've been getting more ads than songs. Every 2 songs, I get almost always 3 ads." Another described hearing the same ad about 50 times in an 8-hour workday. The same commercial, 50 times in one day. Spotify introduced a feature where you could watch a video ad for 30 minutes of ad-free listening, except it frequently doesn't work. Users watch the video ad, and 2 songs later, more ads appear anyway. And then there's a volume manipulation. Spotify plays ads significantly louder than music. You're listening to a chill playlist at comfortable volume, and suddenly an ad screams at you, jarring you into attention. They also ignore the dislike button. Users report marking ads as irrelevant dozens of times and still seeing the exact same commercials over and over. The system isn't designed to improve your experience, it's designed to break you. Here's why. Spotify generates 90% of revenue from premium subscriptions. They use ads primarily as psychological pressure to convert free users. 80% of premium subscribers started as frustrated free users who couldn't take it anymore. As one user put it, it's like they are pushing subscriptions by adding more and more ads. That's not paranoia, that's literally the business model. Make free so miserable that $11 a month feels like a relief. Spotify doesn't want you to enjoy the free tier, they want you desperate enough to pay. Okay, on to another one. Picture this, you're playing a game on your phone. You fail a level. Ad. You want to continue? Watch an ad. You enter the main menu. 4 pop-ups selling you coins, lives, power-ups, whatever. You close those. Banner ad at the bottom covering the gameplay. You play for 2 minutes. Forced 30-second video ad you can't skip. This is mobile gaming in 2025, and it's making developers $9 million a month. But it wasn't always like this. Go back to December 2009, Angry Birds cost 99 cents. You pay once, you get 390 levels, no ads, no in-app purchases, no energy systems forcing you to wait, just a complete game you own forever. That model made Angry Birds one of the most successful mobile games in history. Hundreds of millions in revenue from people who happily paid $1 for a good game. Then someone did the math. Free games with ads and microtransactions make 300 times more money than paid games. 300 times. So in 2013, they retrofitted the original Angry Birds. The game you'd paid for, now it has ads and microtransactions. Then Angry Birds 2 launched in 2015 as the blueprint for misery. Live system. Wait 30 minutes or watch ads. Video ads after every failed attempt, banner ads during gameplay blocking where your birds fly, pop-ups every time you open the menu, etc, etc, etc. And here's where it gets truly insane. In 2019, Rovio deleted every original paid Angry Birds game from the app stores. The games people had bought just vanished. Gone. Fans revolted. The hashtag #BringBack2012 trended globally. Rovio responded by briefly offering a paid remake, then deleted that too in 2023. The paid version made $30,000 a month. The ad-filled version made $9 million. So they eliminated choice entirely. Everyone gets funneled into the ad hellscape. Words with friends. Full screen ad after every single turn. Subway Surfers ads after every other game. Royal Match, 75-second unskippable ads so common they became the most hated advertisement on the internet. And downloading Royal Match to make the ads stop doesn't work. The ads for Royal Match keep appearing in other games anyway. But the ads themselves became the real scam. Those pin-pulling puzzle games you see everywhere, the gameplay doesn't exist. Homescapes and Gardenscapes got banned in the UK for false advertising. The puzzles in their ads represented less than 1% of actual gameplay. You download expecting one game, you get a completely different match 3 requiring hours of grinding to reach anything resembling the ad. A 2024 report found 56% of mobile gamers encountered ads that completely lied about gameplay. Over half of apps get uninstalled within 30 days because users feel deceived. Mobile gaming went from pay once, own forever, to free download, endless punishment. Duolingo forced you through 10 hours of ads to learn a language. Spotify interrupted your music every 2 songs. Mobile games turned every tap into a potential advertisement. The apps had pushed too far, and users were about to push back. Because here's what happened next. People stopped accepting it. By 2023, 912 million people globally had installed ad blocking software. That's a 21 times increase since 2012. In the United States, 32% of all Americans now block ads. This isn't just tech-savvy millennials. Baby boomers block ads at 32%, actually higher than Gen Z's 27%. This is the largest coordinated consumer resistance movement in internet history. And the reasons are damning. 63% cite too many ads. 53% say ads get in the way of content. Another 44% want to avoid tracking. The message is clear. Platforms crossed the line. The economic impact is staggering. Publishers lost $47 to $54 billion in ad revenue in 2023 alone. That's 8% of total digital ad spending. Just gone. Users aren't complaining, they're actively sabotaging the business model. Trust in advertising collapsed to 37% in 2024, last place among all industries, below banking, below energy companies. When 70% of people report seeing the same ads repeatedly and only 11% actually enjoy advertising, the system has fundamentally failed. YouTube launched an aggressive anti-ad blocker campaign, threatening to limit viewers to 3 videos. It backfired spectacularly. Ad blocker searches spiked 336%. Users discovered workarounds within hours, using Brave browser, Firefox with uBlock Origin, playing multiple videos and switching tabs. As one site put it, YouTube might be powered by money, but ad blocking developers are powered by spite. Reddit's 2023 API crisis showed organized user anger. When Reddit killed third-party apps to force users into their ad-filled official app, communities revolted. Major subreddits went dark for 48 hours. Millions of users participated. But here's the problem. Most people can't actually leave. Spotify has your playlists. Duolingo has your streak. Mobile games have your progress. These platforms built monopolies through habit and investment, then exploited that lock-in to make experiences miserable. They're betting that most people will either tolerate the ads or eventually pay to escape. And so far, they've been mostly right. The apps didn't die. They just became platforms that users hate but can't quit. I won't keep you any longer. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe. And just a reminder that I have a similar video about apps that nobody uses anymore because they became paid. I'll leave it here on the screen. Cheers.